liked her when I left her, liked her of my heart. And if I ever find her, never more apart. She's the sweetest little rosebud at Texas Avenue. Her eyes are bright as diamonds, as sparkle like blue. We'll talk about your Clementine and sing Rosalie. But the yellow rose of Texas is the only girl for me. Where the Rio Grande is glowing and the starry skies are bright. She walks along the river in the quiet sunny night. I know that she remembers when we started long ago. I promise to return, not to leave it so.
Another 2,000 from the Freestone Corporation. But there's
Thank you very much. We talk about your Clementine and St. Rosalie. The yellow rose of Texas is the only girl for me.
French champagne on the tongue, horse manure in the air.
And an arm around a pretty woman.
Whatever did we do to deserve this?
You brought your checkbook, honey.
This always depresses me. Watching these cutting horses.
Why's that?
Well, this is just what happened to me. Cut out the bachelor herd. Sure liked it.
I don't remember you putting up much of a fight.
What choice did I have? Oh, look at that poor calf. He's all exhausted and scared, just trying to get back to his own kind. There's that big snorting mare barring his way. I know how it feels, buddy.
Big snorting mare.
Rebecca, Laurel, let's go to the little girl's room. See you later.
Brett, what you looking at?
I'm watching the Rio show, Lanny boy. Over there by the paddock. Little white miniskirt, way too tight. My goodness. Mercy, mercy.
That'll work.
Yes, you will.
Isn't she the wife of that car dealer, Henry Hatcher?
Yep, that's her.
I don't favor Henry Hatcher for big-time charity.
She's here alone. How do you know that? Because she's my guest. Oh, sure, Cullen. She came out here without her husband, dressed like that, because she's really in love with you. Bachelorhood can make a man so cynical about love, don't you think? Get yourself a good look at that stud, darling.
Fine animal.
Now it's my turn to look. You stand right there.
can't get over you. You're a puzzle.
Well, there ain't nothing wrong with being a puzzle, so long as there ain't no pieces missing.
What I liked about you at first was what a gentleman you were, all manners and all. But get you out of the country club and into a motel bed. Oof. Look out, Louise.
What's going on? What is this? Who set this up?
What is going on here? Oh,
Isn't this a pretty picture?
Henry?
Kimberly, what the hell kind of stunt is this?
Enjoy the night, Colin. You're going to spend the rest of your life regretting it.
Okay, boys, we got what we came for. Let's get out of here.
Let's go. As soon as we get back, we'll get...
You want me to hold your coat?
Go shower. I can handle Henry Hatcher. Well, Kimberly's divorcing me.
And I'm divorcing Priscilla.
Here you go, sir. Guess we both get what we want, then. Here's to us. Or did you want something more, Henry?
I don't want any of your damn money, Colin. All I care about is my daughter. And don't you and Priscilla even think of getting custody of Andrea.
I think she will fight you on that, but that's between you and her. I've done the good daddy thing. I have done the good husband thing. And I have done the good son thing. That is not what I'm after, not at this time in my life.
Well, I know what you're after. And God help you.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I can do that from Caracas. Same, I'll add a date of the trip. Okay, baby brother. Keep this stock in the pen while I'm gone. Bye. You get that in, I'll add a date of the trip.
Look, you know what you're doing. Your daddy doesn't much trust those Latin Americans.
Well, my daddy's made his fortune. He can afford that luxury. I've got to be more cosmopolitan in my outlook. Some wisdom on the spot prices, prime indicator of market trends. This afternoon, I have discussed with you those, as my daddy says, say tired but true indicators that financial analysts at Ken Davis Industries International use to predict trends in our little niche of the market, wellhead equipment and supplies. I trust it's been informative, and well, I just want to say thank you very much.
Sorry, Colin. It's about your dad. He just passed away.
You broke the mold after your father was born, boys. Hope you appreciate that.
We sure do, Ann.
You're a Texas, that man. Could have sent you boys to any school in the world. Could have built you a school of your own. But he sent you to LMN. Made you Aggies, didn't he?
Yes, ma'am.
Because he didn't want you putting on any airs just because you came from money.
Well, some people say he did it, so we wouldn't get any smarter than him.
We're going to see about that now, I reckon.
Thank you, Ann. Now, I know y'all are familiar with your father's will. He wanted you to each have an equal and independent share. It's a perfect split.
Probably right down to the penny.
How many pennies is that exactly?
In excess of $100 million. Apiece.
You didn't really want me to wait out there, did you?
Well, of course not. Priscilla. Hello, honey.
Colin, what's going on?
My divorce from Kimberly was final a week ago, and I'm getting married today at noon. And we're headed for Europe.
At noon?
Well, isn't that... I mean, Daddy's just been buried.
Well, maybe I could wait until 3. think we shocked a few of our European neighbors. They need a Priscilla now and then.
So, this is your new jet.
Oh, that's not an aircraft. That is Priscilla's flying closet. The word's that I got a new jet, huh?
Yeah, I heard at the bar at the Petroleum Association.
Don't Kenny Howell know? He'll turn frog green when he sees I got a bigger model.
Sam knows.
Oh? What's Sam say?
He's not happy. He says you bought it with company funds.
With a loan from a company I happen to own.
I heard him say it, told everybody at the bar.
What did he say?
Well, that this company was built by your dad and you're rating it for personal pleasure is not right.
Well, the hell with him. He's got no right telling me what's right and what's wrong. I took that crap from my old man all my life. It's different now. So am I. Now it's my time. No one's going to tell me when to get off the ride. Not my baby brother. Not nobody.
Hey, you got no argument for me. Come on. I'll buy you a drink.
This may be difficult to imagine. So I thought this helped.
Oh, my God, Cullen. It's stunning. I can't believe it. Thank you for everything. So, what's this here gonna be? A bedroom?
No, that's too big to be a bedroom, darling. That's your closet.
Are you sure? This looks like a bed to me.
Shall we christen our house?
T. Cullen Davis, I love you.
Well, I love you too, darling.
You're gonna have to hire somebody just to pull us out of our furniture, honey.
There. Every window and door can be bolted shut. That's just the way I want it.
It's a dream, honey. Everything a person could want.
Oh, hell, Priscilla, we ain't half done yet. There are all these drawers and closets and tabletops need filling. And I want some of those stone cherub deals in the garden. The best of everything from everywhere in the world.
I'd sure like to come along.
Oh, you would? Well, how much?
Oh, honey, this is so cute. Can we get it?
I don't think cute is the right word for a piece of 19th century Staffordshire porcelain.
This is ivory, isn't it?
Of course. Hand-carved elephant ivory. The very finest workmanship.
I like this stuff.
So do I, darling. You have some fine things here, Jeffrey. I'd like to make you an offer.
For which items, sir? These are very expensive objects of art.
Well, all of it. Everything in the store. Including that cute thing. That about cover it? Guess it does.
I just love it when you gig of fancy pants like that.
Old Texas tradition.
I think it looks great. Nobody else has got anything like it.
That's right, honey. Nobody does.
Well, I'm going to bed. Don't be too long now.
Well, Cullen, you got it all now. Crap.
Woo! Cheers, my dears. Here you go. Down the hatch, all of you. You all been to Hawaii before? You know this dance. Anybody join in anytime. Oh, God. That's just very nice. Woo!
3. I'm sorry. 3 737s in prime condition, and the price is rock bottom.
You think there'll be a market for them?
6 West Texas cities are talking about expanding their airfields. So what do you think?
I'll let you know.
Right.
Let him know what?
It's business, huh?
Cullen, you said we'd be out of here by 8.
We'll go pretty soon. Why don't you go find Rebecca and the girls?
Because they hate me.
They do not hate you. Don't go all whiny on me.
I am not all whiny. They think I'm trailer trash, but I'm just as good as they are.
Yes, you are. This is my home pasture. I gotta keep working it.
I just want you out of this bib and tucker and into something I can hang on to.
Okay.
Well, I've been to New York City, I've been to Chicago, but they don't hold a candle to Houston or San Antonio. Going back to the country, that's the only way to go. Well, you take off your necklace, I loosen up my tie, just leave that fancy jewelry on the shelf. But come on over, baby, let's go out and raise some hell. Come on, girl. Yes, sir. Well, you take off your necklace, I loosen up my tie, just leave that fancy jewelry on the shelf. But come on over, baby, let's go out and raise some hell.
How you doing?
All right. Which old way to go? Takes my breath away when she looks at me. She's from way down south around San Antonio, and I can't seem to leave that little girl alone. But she breaks my heart every time she walks on by.
Good shot, my friend.
Go on, girl.
But you didn't give yourself much to leave.
What about this?
What about a cure for cancer?
Round the drink says I'm 80. That's Miss Aggie Front, I am indisputably pleased with myself.
Now and then, even a blind pig finds an acorn.
Well, let's say we put a few more acorns in the next game. Strike 'em up.
Did you see it go off?
Oh, my God. I never heard a noise like when that rocket blasted off. Want to know a secret? It vibrated so hard it kind of turned me on, you know?
Ladies, these are for the gentlemen.
Oh, well, thank you. Here you go.
You're welcome. Oh, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Cullen must be winning.
Well, there are two things that you've done that I've always wanted to do. See a Cape Canaveral launch and go into a really fancy New York restaurant and order everything on the menu. Being rich must be wonderful.
Yeah. Being married to Fort Knox does have its advantages.
Well, being married to a pool hustler has absolutely zero.
Darlene, is that what Dennis does for a living? Hustles pool?
Oh, it's never more than $50 or so.
Yeah, but you don't know Cullen. He just hates to lose. You think, maybe you could ask Dennis not to beat him too bad?
Sure.
Have a good time tonight, honey?
Think I don't got eyes to see with.
Oh, Cullen, that hurts. Ow.
I didn't need your help to beat that pea-brain.
I didn't say anything.
You and that Darlene and Dennis, you're all the same. It's
Oh.
all for the money. Keep the man happy and the money keeps coming, Let the man win. Stroke him, stroke his ego, stroke him all over.
Stop it. Ow.
You don't tell me when to stop. I tell you. I tell you when to stop. You got it?
Yes.
Well, I am awful sorry.
Oh, it's not your fault. There's been a little tension around here lately. You just need to blow off some steam. Andy, there's my big girl. When did you get here?
Daddy just brought me. Can I go find Janet?
Sure, she's in the house with Suzanne.
Bye-bye. Now I'm all confused. Which one is she?
She's my daughter with Henry. She lives with her daddy, but she visits here a lot. And Janet is from my first marriage, and Suzanne is her best friend, and she lives here about half the time, too.
Well, you've got quite a litter.
Oh, look at this place. Doesn't all that old ivy just do something to you? Well, you've been to England, haven't you, Mr. Davis?
Many times.
Do you think a couple of Fort Worth gals like us could fit in over there?
Don't. From what I've seen, the world over there is dying hungry for Fort Worth beauties. Hey, look at you. You're the real Texas gold.
Well, that's right.
You're the reason us men get up in the mornings. Why else you think we work so hard? Put on these scratchy neckties or hard hats and boots.
Yeah, lady, I'm afraid this proposal doesn't make any sense. There's currently a glut of surplus aircraft on the market.
Well, I like it.
Well, you like it all you want, Cullen. We're not buying 737s in this market.
Yes, we are.
I don't believe this.
I won't believe it. You are no longer in any position to tell me how to run this company or what to do with my money.
Now, we both know what this is about, Cullen. I think you've been using company funds to guarantee your personal loans and run up incredible amounts of debt. I asked you to stop.
And I'm asking you to mind your own damn business.
You are still a very wealthy man, Sam.
Yes, I am, John. And I intend to stay that way. My plan is to be out of the oil business in about 5 years anyway, so you just go ahead and buy all the airplanes in the world. Run your share into the ground. It doesn't mean nothing to me. This is just like you, Cullen. It's so precise, so well thought out, a real clean wound. You got such an orderly mind, brother. But this new life you're living is a pathetic, tacky mess. How's that gonna work out, boy? You got a notion?
Want to come out to dinner with Rebecca and me? We're only going to the club.
No, thanks. You go on.
That was tough. With Sam?
Got to have the gumption to use the whip. Horse don't pull the wagon for the exercise.
Yeah. To health.
Her to understand what would happen to her if they get in. Is that how you wanted to end up?
Kill him!
No! You killed him!
Are you insane?
She didn't throw the security bolts. How many times did we tell her? If she is the last one in, she has got to throw the bolts. Throw the bolts. Throw the bolts. Throw the damn bolts.
Stop it, Colin!
This is what happens to pretty little rich girls who don't lock up at night. They come looking for you, and they don't care how cool you think you are.
Let's go.
Next time she'll remember. You just say if she doesn't.
Mom, you've got to do something. He's crazy.
Ah! Oh! That's Aggie 5. I think I put one past you there, old fella.
Good match. I do believe you were playing with increased ferocity today.
Well, maybe that's because I got to pick up Priscilla at the airport tomorrow. I'll be eating crow for a month over this kitten thing.
Well, that's a diet can drive a man crazy. She skiing?
2 weeks up the Bunny Mountain Trail. Broke a damn ankle, can you believe it?
Ow!
Son, I know what you're thinking. You can have a good time with such women. That's why God put them here. Just don't make the mistake of marrying one. You know, there's nothing wrong with a little flash in a man's life. After a while, it's like leaving your Christmas tree up all year long. It just never does fit in with the rest of your furniture.
God, Priscilla, that looks just terrible. It was one heck of a fall, Cullen. Head over heels all the way down that ice.
Can you believe it? I gotta be in this thing for 6 weeks.
It was real nice of you to send a jet, Colin.
Well, I hate to think of you struggling through that airport. Come on, honey, I'll help you.
Oh, Colin, this is Woody Hobbs. He was a big help in Vermont, so we gave him a ride. Let's go.
Well, Woody?
Howdy.
Fort Worth?
I'm not too far from here.
Well, you rode 1,000 miles in my jet. Guess I can ride you around the block of my caddy. I'm glad you're home. I'm sorry about what happened before. I'll get Janet a new kitty. She'll forgive me.
Yeah, that'd help. Things are gonna have to change, Colin. They really are.
They will. I promise.
Doctor said I need stimulation to heal right.
Stimulation?
Mm-hmm. Hey, cowboy. You're heading in the wrong direction.
I never needed instructions before to make you happy.
That is quite a necklace you gave tonight, Colin. I don't want to know what it cost you.
Looks like your nephew from Austin's getting an eyeful on it.
Them diamonds make her glitter, don't they? Just like a Christmas tree.
Come on, honey. This used to be your favorite. Come on.
You have to hang on me like that?
I need support. I can't stand on my own.
That's for damn sure.
You don't need all this society crap, Colin. Once upon a time, it was just you and me.
Was that before you flew off to Vermont and slept with that damned hippie?
You're wrong about that. You've always been the #1 man.
Stop grabbing me. These are our friends. Can't you even pretend to have a bit of class?
That's it.
I'll take that necklace back.
Oh, you're not gonna put this around the neck of some young whore.
I was going to put it in the office safe. But now that you mention it, I can do whatever I want with my property.
Let me just remind you that under Texas law, this necklace is our property.
Oh, don't you play that game with me, sweetheart. I have been there before.
Never with me, sweetie, never with me. You ain't king of this playground. This ain't no takesy-backsy.
Priscilla Lee Davis is awarded temporary possession of the house on Mockingbird Lane, and Thomas Cullen Davis is restrained from visiting that address. Monthly child support payments of $3,500 are to be paid by Mr. Davis, who will also advance $18,000 of the eventual settlement to pay Mrs. Davis's legal fees. Mr. Davis is also restrained from making any material financial transactions involving his personal or corporate assets without prior approval of this court.
Your new boat?
Yeah, that's my Clay. Oh, isn't he just sweet enough to eat?
Yes, he is. Clay! Great move.
Great party, Mrs. Davis.
Mom, this is the best party ever. You deserve it, honey. Have you seen Andrea?
Yeah, I think I saw her over with the dogs.
Great, have fun. Dance up a storm. Hey, Angel.
Look what I taught Underdog today.
Oh, that's great. Well, come on up and get something to eat in a little bit.
Hey now, rich lady. How you doing?
Woody.
You got the old place. Spit shine, real nice. I like these kids. They're good timers, a lot of them.
Yeah, they are.
What's this cockroach doing here? Priscilla, darling? I believe I've had the pleasure.
Now, Woodman, you know Stan Farr. Played for years at TCU.
Oh, don't tell me, ping pong? What are you doing here? Put this music together. I booked this DJ.
That's right, Woody, you did. It's working out just fine.
And there's really no reason for you to hang, is there? No, Godzilla. My hang days are over. But you enjoy yours while they last.
Hey, Woody.
Sweetheart.
Let's get me a new drink.
Tell me about you and Cullen.
Well, I guess it's what you call a whirlwind romance. Cullen and I met, and we just hit it off perfect from the beginning.
Well, that's wonderful.
Yeah. I really like your husband. How long have you and Landy been married?
Oh, about 10 years. He had quite a run as a bachelor. He and Cullen both. They were a lot alike. Both charming, playful, best social connections in Fort Worth. Difference is, Lanny's daddy left him comfortable, and Cullen's daddy left him $100 million.
$100 million? Is it really that much?
Yes.
Here's a little something to keep out his soul together.
Hi, honey. Wow, looks good.
You boys take those over to old Manuel. Cook them up right now.
Okay.
How about y'all?
Yeah, I'm ready for a home-cooked steak.
Steaks are on.
Oh, good.
All right. Cullen, is it true she didn't know who you were when y'all went out on your first date?
That's the truth. And I'll tell you how I know. We happened to drive by Ken Davis Industries, and she asked me if I ever met that horrible old skinflint who used to run it. I liked her so much, I couldn't tell that skinflint was my daddy.
I only meant that when the school where I teach had its annual drive, he never gave a dime.
Well, Stinky Davis wasn't much for charity. No.
Mm-mm.
Well, there's Kenny Howell and his wife.
Oh, she writes the society column for the newspaper.
Y'all excuse us.
You bet.
Praying proper school teacher. They should only know.
You just keep your tinder dry till later.
What do you think?
She's hard to figure. Doesn't know Cullen's worth $100 million, but look at her latch on to Martine Howell like a climbing vine.
I guess the Priscilla era is OVER over.
When she's out of the mansion and out of his checkbook, then it'll be over.
Yeah.
Hey, Pete. Aren't we supposed to meet inside?
I tried to call you, Cullen. The judge granted her another delay.
Again? What's the excuse this time?
She says her ankle's bad or something.
Her ankle. We're going on 2 years of delays now. I've heard every excuse twice.
I know. There's more. She's asked for an increase in cash for support and legal fees. Judge Eversol's going to rule on it next week. I'm sorry, Cullen. I know this must be driving you crazy.
This judge has frozen my assets. I can't run my own business. I can't go in my own home. My whole life's being controlled by this woman. Now, why would that make me crazy?
Andrea, you be sure and lock up.
Now?
No, after we leave. And don't open the door for anyone. It's a very nice bird.
It's a rabbit.
That's what I said. It's a very nice rabbit.
Come on, Priscilla. I gotta stop by the Aces.
Oh, Stan, we're gonna miss the movie.
We'll make the movie. All right, it'll just take a minute.
Bye, sweetie.
But the last time I said I wish I had.
Just, Don't get involved in a game, Dennis. We are leaving as soon as Stan comes back. Don't you just hate them? Sometimes they act just like children.
Most of the time. I really love Paul Newman, and we missed half the movie all because you had to go play bill collector.
It's a business, okay? I have to make a living. I don't get a check in the mail every month.
Hey, what's up with you pups tonight? Did she forget to feed you? Honey, you opened the security bolts. I thought we talked about that. Andrea? What do you want?
Let me go! Let me go! Priscilla? Let me go! Go! Get out of here! What's wrong? Priscilla? Wait, don't go in there yet.
Stay there.
No! Please let me go! Please let me go! Get away! Get away!
Miss Banks.
Yes, sir.
Miss Banks. Now, I understand that you can identify the person who did all this.
Yes, sir. It was Cullen Davis. He was wearing this funny wig, and he was dressed all in black, but I still recognized him.
Cullen Davis.
That's right.
Stinky Davis' son.
That's right. Can I please go to see Clay in the hospital now? Please?
I'll go on.
I didn't do anything to those people, Karen. I swear.
I know. I know this is all a big mistake.
I'm a man with enemies. This is a frame. I can smell it. Do you cuff me or something?
That's okay. That won't be necessary, Mr. Davis.
I never knew about Andrea until a priest told me.
I'm very sorry, Mrs. Davis.
They buried my little girl today. I couldn't even go to the service.
Just a few more questions. You said Suzanne Banks ran away over the North Lawn?
I think so. Her screams came from that direction.
Right. So the shooter ran after her and then came back?
I only heard Cullen run after her. If he came back, it was after I ran away myself.
Okay. Well, we've got 3 eyewitnesses that all say the shooter was Cullen Davis.
Only 2, Bill. That Clay kid was in shock. Where's Davis say he was?
Well, he left his own caddy downtown at work, picked up a company vehicle, and said he drove to see a movie. Nobody near the crime scene saw either vehicle. Now, frankly, I'd feel a whole lot better if we had a murder weapon here.
Or some fingerprints. Or tire tracks. Fiber evidence, or that wig he was supposed to be wearing. Or any damn thing.
Still, if I was DA, I would jump on this with both feet.
Oh, really? What was our budget to prosecute major felonies in the current fiscal year, partner?
I don't know. I saw the figure once.
If you were DA, you'd see it in your sleep. Cullen Davis can outspend this office 10-1.
All right, so the guy's got bucks. So we have to ask to deny bail. We are going to prosecute this, aren't we?
Sure we are, Glenn. I just like to take a deep breath before I jump off the high board. Gentlemen. Oh, come right in, Luke. Don't let the closed door of the district attorney in privileged consultation with its associates and investigators stop you now.
I wouldn't be living up to my reputation if I did. Wheeler, I don't imagine you could wait for the press conference like all the rest of the reporters.
Didn't I just answer that? Mitch, help me out. You gonna prosecute Cullen Davis for these murders?
For the murder of the minor child, Andrea Hatcher? Yes.
And what about the boyfriend?
Can't prosecute for far this time. Our key witness is Mrs. Cullen Davis. The law states that she cannot testify against her husband except in a case where the victim is a minor child.
What about bail? I mean, he can walk from just about any amount.
Mm-hmm. Off the record?
Yeah.
No bail.
So, the great man's not here yet, huh?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Looks like he followed you.
Howdy, Pete. Oh, morning, Mitch. Glenn?
Hey, Peter.
Mitch Conlon, Glenn Scully. I'd like to introduce you to Richard Haynes. He'll be joining the Cullen Davis defense.
Call you racehorse, don't they? Oh, just race. Yeah, we met at the ABA in Austin a few years ago, I think.
That's right. Bring your hammer nails with you this trip? Come on in, boys. One of the many stories about our famous opponent, Glenn. He was once hired to defend a gang of biker types.
Motorcycle enthusiasts.
Uh-huh. Who had nailed a woman's hands to a fence just for fun.
Oh,
Mr. Haynes brought hammer and nails into court and was prepared to nail his own hand to the judge's bench just to prove it wasn't so traumatic after all.
I always regret the judge ruled against my demonstration, but we got an acquittal without it, and that's what really mattered. Now, Mitch, I am distressed to learn that you have my client in county jail.
Well, we're just a little concerned that no amount of bail will hold Mr. Davis if he decides to run.
My client is a prominent businessman with many ties to the community and local interests.
Including a Saberliner that he keeps fueled and ready at the airport.
I understand in terms of bail, he would be completely within his rights to take off in that machine so long as he stayed inside the borders of Tarrant County.
Well, he'd have to cut some pretty tight corners to stay inside Tarrant County in a Saberliner.
Well, hard and precise maneuvering is not against the law. I intend to do so myself.
I'm sure you do.
So I'd be obliged if you would issue a release order.
Sorry, Race. No can do. We are amending the charge to one which carries no bail.
What possible charge?
Capital murder.
On what grounds capital?
Homicide committed in the act of another felony. The divorce court had enjoined Cullen from setting foot inside the mansion. The minute he broke that order, he became a burglar.
That's preposterous.
And in Texas, burglars who kill their victims risk the death penalty, and they get no bail.
I'll demand a hearing. No judge will go along with this.
Maybe not. But in my experience, Texas judges are notoriously hard on defendants who are charged with gunning down 12-year-old girls just because they got in the way.
Clay went on ahead of me, and he just got inside the doors when I saw him.
Saw who?
The man with the gun and the long black wig on his head. It was Cullen.
Go on.
I tried to stop Clay, but I was too late. And the man shot him down. And then he came after me.
Came after you.
Yes, sir, and I ran.
Miss Banks, what has been the medical result of Clay's being shot?
He's paralyzed. He won't ever walk again.
Was there any doubt in your mind as to who shot at you and Clay?
No, sir, no doubt. It was Cullen Davis.
Thank you.
Miss Banks, how old are you?
I'm 18.
This hearing is to determine if Mr. Davis will be tried for the death penalty. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
You weren't injured that night, were you?
No, sir. I lost a sandal, but that was all.
You lost a sandal. But no wounds. You never went to the hospital as a result of this incident?
No, sir.
18 years old. I'll bet you never spent a day in the hospital in your life.
No.
No further questions. Well, they found the judge they wanted. Basis for a capital murder charge has been proven. Bond is denied. And there's a change of venue to Amarillo.
So now I'm looking at electric chair if I lose, is that right?
You're not gonna lose, Cullen. There is a 10-acre silver lining to this capital charge. Jurors never want to get blood on their hands. And when I questioned Suzanne Banks...
Wait a minute. You questioned Suzanne Banks?
Yeah, that's right.
Not you? Well, now, I know lawyers don't like it when clients interfere with the game plan. But with the kind of money I'm paying and the way I was raised, you're just going to have to expect it. Just like I expect you to be a little more vocal in the future.
There is a time to speak and a time to listen. This hearing forced the prosecution to reveal its case. Now we've got months to prepare the best defense.
Well, I'd be curious to know what the defense is going to be.
You didn't do it.
Oh, right. That's good, Pete. Those are probably the exact last words of every man who's ever been lynched. My own wife is going to testify against me.
Say you sue me because my dog bit you. Well, now, this is my defense. First, my dog doesn't bite. Second, my dog was tied up that night. Third, I don't believe you really got bit. And fourth, I don't have a dog.
We moved everybody out of this section. You have it all to yourself, sir.
This will be just fine. I appreciate it.
You bet.
Now, when you were approaching the mansion, when did you first get the impression that things were not normal?
Well, it was right away. We heard screaming, and we started up the pathway to the house.
Suzanne, are you here? Hey, wait, don't go in.
Stay there.
Oh, no!
How did you manage to escape?
I guess I was just fast enough on my feet.
The man who was chasing you, the man who shot and permanently paralyzed Mr. Burroughs, that man is Thomas Cullen Davis, and no other, so help you God.
Yes, sir, it was Mr. Davis.
Thank you, Suzanne. Your witness.
Good morning, Suzanne. I'm Richard Haynes. Do you remember seeing me in Fort Worth at the hearing?
Yes, sir.
You were also under oath then, too, and you told pretty much the same story. Isn't that true?
I told exactly the same story.
Do you recall my associate, Mr. Hardigan, here, asking you if you'd ever been to the hospital and you said no?
Yes.
Suzanne, I'd like you to examine this document, please. It is an admissions form to a Dallas clinic some 2 years ago. The name of the patient is Laura Matthews. But it's really you, right?
Objection, Your Honor. What possible relevance?
The question I have just asked will establish the relevance if the witness cares to answer truthfully this time.
Overruled.
I was the patient.
Why use a false name?
Because I didn't want my parents to know about it.
Well, we don't need to know all the details, Miss Banks.
Thank you.
But we do need a few. Were you sick?
No.
Was this an expensive operation?
Yes.
How does a high school student pay for an expensive clandestine operation if her parents don't know and don't contribute? Did you get the money from someone else?
Priscilla gave me the money. Honey. Thanks for everything.
Priscilla Davis, the estranged wife of Cullen Davis, gave you money for an expensive secret operation. Well, now, why didn't you say this in your earlier testimony?
Just because I blocked it. I blocked the memory.
Any other memory blocks that you're not telling us about?
No.
Mrs. Davis helped you in your time of need. Now, isn't your testimony against my client your way of helping Mrs. Davis smear and defame her husband simply so she'll get more money in the divorce?
No. I know what I saw.
We're all rooting for you, Cullen. I thought a nice cherry pie would cheer you up.
Well, isn't that the sweetest thought? Did you bake the traditional hacksaw and heat?
Just little old cherries,
Cullen.
that's all.
Hello, honey.
Hi. Y'all enjoy it.
I brought you some sandwiches and that dark red tie you wanted to wear.
Well, I'll stick with the one I'm wearing. I gotta get these papers done. I need you to get them off to John. Hello, Mr. Masters. How you doing?
And the final shot was fired here, isn't that right?
That's correct.
So this, then, is the way you found evidence on the scene, evidence which indicates a single killer moving through the house in the pattern which you've just described.
It's the only scenario that fits, yes, sir.
Thank you very much, Lieutenant. It's your witness, Mr. Haynes.
Now, in your direct testimony, Lieutenant, you described yourself as being a professional on a police force that prides itself on being professional.
Yes, sir.
Well, tell me then, which of the dozens of highly trained professional Fort Worth police officers, detectives, forensic experts, and medical examiners found the murder weapon?
We never did recover a murder weapon.
Or a fingerprint, car, a wig, even a hair from the wig, or anything else at all linking Cullen Davis to this case?
No.
All right, very well. Then tell me this. Who recovered this somewhat masticated item is State's Exhibit 25. The sandal worn by Miss Suzanne Banks on the night of the murder and lost during her headlong flight from her assailant. Now, who discovered this item?
No one.
No one?
Not a member of our department, no.
As a matter of fact, not even a member of the human race. A dog. A puppy dog frolicking in the grass. Turn this into the Fort Worth police, isn't that true?
There were dozens of dogs all over the place. She collected strays.
Oh, no need to tell me that, Lieutenant. I can see that they were all over the place. I can see them here and here and here. Dogs sniffing the bodies, dogs running through the crime scene, dogs licking God knows whose fingerprints from the kitchen counters. Now, does that sound like a crime scene run by a highly professional police organization?
Sometimes field work gets a little messy.
What about capital punishment? Does that get messy?
Objection, Your Honor, please.
Withdrawn. Okay, Lieutenant. You and me, we're gonna go through all this again. Bullet by dog drool-dripping bullet.
When did you first suspect that the security of your home had been breached on that night?
The dogs were acting spooky, and the house was unlocked. But I wasn't absolutely sure till the moment I got shot.
You were shot when you entered the kitchen. Is that right?
Yes.
Tell us what happened in there.
He came out of the darkness, and he was wearing a wig. But I could see it was Cullen. As sure as I see him sitting over there now. And he just raised his arm, and there was this plastic bag on the end of it. And he shot me. And as I lay there bleeding, shot Stan.
Your Honor, perhaps we should take a short recess here.
I think it would be appropriate. Your Honor, the defense would gently protest if we're going to go powder our noses every time that this witness mists up...
Your Honor, I contend this is a bit more than misting up. We know how eager counsel is to cross-examine the witness. But our side is also concerned about her health.
Overruled. Stand in adjournment until 10 tomorrow.
Mrs. Davis, don't try to be clever with Racehorse Haynes, because he'll tie you into knots. Just tell him the truth.
I got nothing to hide.
Good morning, Mrs. Davis. I'm Richard Haynes, one of your husband's attorneys.
How do you do, sir?
Mrs. Davis, do you know a man by the name of Woody Hobbs? Sometimes goes by the name of Woodman?
I know Woody, yes.
And what is your relationship with him?
We're friends.
Have you ever had your picture taken with Woody Hobbs?
I don't know. Maybe.
At this time, Your Honor, the defense would like to enter into evidence a photograph of Mrs. Davis and Mr. Woody Hobbs.
Let Mr. Conlon and me see it first.
Very well.
Whoops. Objection.
Got away from me. I am so sorry.
Objection, Your Honor. Objection. We have seen, the jury has seen, everyone has seen. Mr. Haynes did that deliberately.
I'm sorry.
Order. Mr. Haynes, that was beneath your dignity.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I had no idea the poster was so slippery.
Disallowing that picture as evidence. The jury will disregard seeing it. Proceed.
When did your relationship with Mr. Woody Hobbs become more meaningful, if you appreciate my distinction?
The latter part of August 1974, I believe.
When did Mr. Hobbs move into the mansion at 4200 Mockingbird?
I believe possibly August of 1974.
Mrs. Davis, do you know a man by the name of Henry Ott?
I don't recall him.
He's sometimes called Rooster, or his associate Joyner Hughes.
I don't think so.
Did Woody Hobbs ever bring Rooster and Joyner to 4200 Mockingbird as house guests?
Objection, Your Honor. She's already said she does not know these men.
She said she doesn't think so. I'm trying to refresh her memory.
We'll permit light refreshments.
Now we know what they're going for. ABC.
Mrs. Davis.
Yeah, anybody but Colin.
Was there ever a party at 4200 Mockingbird Lane which went on for 3 days, was hosted by Woody Hobbs for motorcycle gang buddies, and it involved the use of drugs and combinations of drugs called magic wands?
Objection, Your Honor. Objection. Hardly light refreshment. And overly complex as well. Now, what has any of this to do with the murder of Andrea Hatcher?
I apologize for my intemperate question, Your Honor, but a good half of our defense is reliant upon our being able to demonstrate that 4200 Mockingbird was not a lonely retreat for the heartbroken, but a place where drug deals went awry and overheated sexuality prevailed, where any number of unsavory characters could have returned that night intent on robbery. I will show that many motives and suspects for this crime can be put forward.
Okay, Mr. Haynes. But break it up into yes or no pieces, please.
Thank you, Your Honor. I'll make it simpler. And I'll be nicer. Okay, Miss Davis, let's go back about a year now. Do you remember a night when you and Woody Hobbs were fighting, and he had wrecked your car? Did you want him to come home with you that night?
No.
And yet, when you later returned to 4200 Mockingbird, Mr. Woody Hobbs was there already, wasn't he, in the kitchen?
Yes.
So, how did he get in? Past the locks and the security?
I don't know.
That night, the security system that Mr. Hobbs penetrated was under the control of the same person who was controlling it the night that you were shot, Andrea Hatcher. Isn't that true?
Yes.
Did Andrea say that she let Hobbs in that night?
Objection.
Or any night?
Objection, Your Honor, please. Utter hearsay.
Sustained.
Mrs. Davis, Have you ever taken cocaine?
Your Honor, please.
That's okay.
Oh, our apologies to the court. This is Mr. Davis's birthday, and these are Mr. Davis's sons who have not seen him for quite some time.
We're almost at lunch. Let's take a recess.
Sure was nice to the judge let him come out and play.
Wasn't it?
Those your boys?
Oh, no, no. They're from his first marriage to Kimberly.
Just when they're asking the sordid history of Priscilla and her nasty habits, in march the sainted Cullen's heirs and progeny. Gotta admire their timing.
Excuse me.
Thanks a lot for bringing him up, Lanny. It's a real boost to see him.
Oh, glad to do it. We're all pulling for it at home.
Well, that's good. So how many of them think I did it?
Colin, none of us think you did it.
I guess that's because people must figure if Colin Davis wanted someone dead, he's got enough money to hire a professional killer. And then be in Mexico with Lanny Shelton,